Episode 5, Building a Program and Balancing Darkness. Ashley Ashby's first 3 years at the University of Minnesota were a blend of challenges, victories, and the creeping shadows of his dark secrets. When Ashby arrived, he quickly realized the monumental task ahead. Minnesota had spent years as the Big Ten's bottom feeder, its reputation still tarnished by the 1999 academic scandal that resulted in reduced scholarships and probation. Even years after the sanctions had ended, the program remained a punching bag for conference powerhouses like Michigan, Michigan State, and Wisconsin. Ashby, however, was undeterred. To him, the thought of transforming Minnesota into a competitor in one of the toughest conferences in the country was exhilarating. Still, he understood from his time at North Texas that success would require patience and methodical recruiting. In his first season, Ashby faced the reality of a roster filled with underwhelming talent, though a few players showed potential. Rudolph Goodwin, a forward with an inflated sense of his abilities, required Ashby's characteristic brutal honesty to align him with the team's goals. Despite opening the season with a loss to North Carolina A&T, Minnesota went on a surprising 12-2 run, including a stunning upset of second-ranked Indiana. The season concluded with a 21-11 record and a berth in the NIT, where they lost in the third round to rival Wisconsin. For Ashby, it was an excellent start and validation of his methods. He turned his focus to the future, securing commitments from forward Austin Castro and guard Torrey Ramlow, and scouting Mr. Basketball Otis Clemens and Charlie Toole, two local talents with immense promise. But Ashby's second year brought a darker turn. During Midnight Madness, an intoxicated fan heckled Ashby relentlessly, shouting obscenities and mocking the team's struggles in front of recruits and staff. Fueled by a simmering rage, Ashby plotted his retaliation. Luring the fan to an isolated area under the pretense of offering tickets to a game, Ashby struck him with a tire iron he kept in his car, disposing of the body in a remote area of northern Minnesota. The thrill of the kill reinvigorated Ashby, but the pressure of coaching soon consumed him again. Despite the team's poor 13-19 record, Ashby was content with the season's recruiting victories, particularly landing Clemens and Toole, and used the off-season to focus on fortifying his staff with a defensive trainer and specialized position coaches. The moves quickly paid off in Ashby's third season, starting with an electrifying upset of number 1 ranked Cincinnati. Early success buoyed the team's spirits, but injuries and discontent among players threatened to derail their momentum. Ashby, ever the master of manipulation, carefully managed egos and kept his team together, navigating them to a 21-9 record and an NCAA tournament berth. After defeating Drexel in the first round, Minnesota fell to Texas A&M, marking a satisfying conclusion to the season. The addition of 4-star regional talent Houston Curtis and Cameroonian sensation Stéphane Ndoye gave Ashby renewed hope for the future. However, as Ashby began preparing for his 4th season, a letter arrived on his desk that chilled him to his core. The envelope bore no return address, and its contents were concise but threatening. "I know who you really are and what you've done. I think we should meet. I'll be in touch soon." For the first time in years, Ashby felt truly vulnerable. His mind raced with possibilities. Who could have sent it? Was this a trap? Was his carefully constructed life about to unravel? The message left him paranoid, cycling between anger and fear. The predator, so confident in his control, now found himself stalked by an unknown adversary.